Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to get out and Lord. So Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shine, blood, Shem, Kakata, still to the apostle. So like it, and elders a great millstone, rule web, and the grace out to take young brothers of the truth. And peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, Lord, wasn't this edifying. In this video from GMS, Watchman 3, one of the elder brothers up there in New York. And they say, Dr. Fauci warns global pandemic coming. Trust in science.
When you think about sadly having to prepare for this again, right? And I know there's a lot of folks who think that, due to climate change and due to the globalization in general, it's inevitable we're going to deal with more and more viruses like this. The biggest lesson you're going to take away to prepare for the next one?
There are a couple of lessons, Chuck. There are lessons domestically. There are lessons public health-wise, scientifically. Let's take global to begin with. We have to have a better global health security network of interconnectivity, of communication, of transparency, so that we are talking to each other all the time and know what's going on. We also have to have a continued investment in the science. If you want to look, Chuck, at the success story in this terrible year has been the extraordinary, unprecedented advance with the vaccine, where, in January of 2020, we started the process, and 11 months later, we had a highly efficacious vaccine going into the arms of individuals, which is going to be the answer to this, together with public health measures. So keep the science up, continue to support the public health infrastructure, and remain global in our interactions. As I've said so many times, a global pandemic requires a global response.
Yeah, and it's going to require a global reset, man. Going to their new world order, man. So they plan on keep pumping you with jabs, and, with the, trust the science and all of those dumb shit, man. This Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8, it say, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence, man, and of pestilence. Because more pestilence are at hand, man, at the hands of these devils, man. Esau planning on doing some extreme wickedness. That's why on the CDC, Center of Disease Creation, it's controlled, but Center of Disease Creation is Center of Disease Control out there being funny. But it's a Center of Disease Control, how to prepare for a zombie apocalypse or some shit like that. This Luke chapter 21 and verse 11, it say, great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and that's what's going on in the earth, and famine, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be in heaven, be from heaven. Yeah, and that's happening as well, man. You got space hurricanes and chariot sightings everywhere, and blood moons, and um what it is. These wildfires got smoke that you can see from the satellite. Just all kind of stuff happening, man. In the heavens, man. But these pestilence, they gonna keep coming, man. Esau working some extreme wickedness. And what he say, trust in the science. First Timothy chapter 6 and verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. And what's committed to thy trust, man? Matter of fact, let's get that. In Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5, it say, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. And in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. So we are to trust in the Lord with all our heart, and lean not unto our own understanding. You know, and what Esau did, he linked to his own understanding because he linked to what his science, man. He ain't trusting in the Lord for the Lord to, make things better. He trusting in the science. So what Paul telling old Timothy, it say, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust." What we trust in, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And avoid profane and vain babbling and oppositions of science falsely so called. Yeah, because this shit is some pseudo, the apostle, the brothers say, this pseudo science, man. You know? Esau just throw some shit out there and it's stick, man. You know? Nigga don't know what he talking about, man. This Job chapter 13 and verse 4. It say, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." So here it is. You take all you people taking these jabs, and they warning a whole something else to come, man. So it's to no avail, man. Why take the shit if something else gonna come too? You know? And how you know something else gonna come? Obviously you creating it, man. You putting it out, behind the scenes, and then it's just the world is a big stage, man. And these damn people who you see on TV, all the leaders, Biden's and Kamala and Fauci and Gates, these niggas is actors, man. They are puppets. They are doing what they are told by the elites, you know. But these things are gonna keep coming upon the earth. Why? For judgment, man. This um Isaiah chapter 13 in verse 9, it say, "Behold, the day of the Lord coming cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, lay lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light, and the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." And Ophir is talking about over here in America when they first came, precious gold over here. The Lord said He's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. Because Esau's gonna do some extreme wickedness, and the only people who gonna be able to stand through it all, man, is the hopefully elect, or the elect ultimately. You know, the elect of the nation of Israel, man. This Psalm chapter 91 and verse 1. It say, "He that dwelleth in the secret places of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to Yahweh, He is my refuge." Trust in who? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, "and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence." And that noisome pestilence going to the missiles. "He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor the arrow that fly by noonday," those missiles, "nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday." It say, "1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High Yahweh, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plagues come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all the ways, man. You know, it said he's gonna direct our paths, man. You know, and say they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone, man. You know, so we gonna be good, man. We ain't worried about whatever wickedness Esau come with and unleash on you people that have trusted in him. You know, when they get the controlling, you know, this stuff they put in you, man. You know, with they satellites and shit, man. You get to turn into uh, what it is. Damn, I forgot the name of that shit. Resident Evil. Goddamn, I forgot the name of that one show. Damn, what's the name of that show? The Walking Dead ran this motherfucker. You know, hey, that's what you get, man. You know, but it's gonna get extremely bad in the earth, man. Period. Back in here, Isaiah 13 and verse. Oh, I got all this. I was reading something and I stopped. Then again, I probably was done. You know, so I don't see nothing else. Yeah, I think that was the point. I finished what I was getting. So, Lord willing, this will edify, and I'm going to end to giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone rule where have been a great example to the younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Um, I read this again. This First Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babbling and oppositions of science falsely so called. You know, so hey, you know, stay the course, man. You know, stay committed to that which thou trust in, and that's Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We focusing on this word, man, and pushing it, man. To warn the hopefully elect, man. You know, everybody else to hell with these people, man. You know, let the chips fall where they may, man. You know, we do it to feed the lambs of the Lord, man. You know, but more wickedness is coming, man. You know, so, you know, hunker down, man, and get deeply rooted in your house shot, man, because it's finna get real, man. It's finna get real in the field, and the field is the world. Shalom.